SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flo.
With Flo, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flo.
Okay, so check this. Flo is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flo is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flo. Yeah, plan 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flo, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flo.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flo terms and conditions apply.
In the headlines, SVG's former Governor General leaves behind a special message for Vincentians. TNT government announces 14-day travel restriction from China. Coronavirus declared global health emergency. And in sports, CWI President Skerritt appointed to MCC World Cricket Committee. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flo.
With Flo, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flo.
Okay, so check this. Flo is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flo is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flo. Yeah, plan 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flo, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flo.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flo terms and conditions apply.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Thursday, January 30th, 2020. I am Rochelle Baptiste with the details. Vincentians turned out in their numbers yesterday to bid farewell to this country's 5th and longest serving Governor General, Sir Frederick Nathaniel Ballantyne. Sir Frederick was laid to rest at the Kingston Cemetery in his specially made breadfruit coffin following a funeral service at the Kingston Methodist Church. As we hear in this report, the beloved former Governor General helped prepare the funeral before his death.
The family, relatives and friends of Sir Frederick Ballantyne received the full support of Vincentians on Wednesday. Sir Frederick Nathaniel Ballantyne, affectionately known as Freddie, was given a send-off on Wednesday, January 29, 2020, fit for a former head of state. As part of the state funeral, the specially made breadfruit coffin carrying his body was laid in state at the House of Assembly for most of the morning period for viewing by officials and members of the public, after which a procession led by members of the SVG police force and other uniform organizations moved down to the Kingstown Methodist Church for a 3-hour-long service. The breadfruit coffin, the songs, and the minister who delivered the sermon at the funeral service were all requested by Sir Frederick before his passing. At the service, his children paid glowing tribute to their beloved father.
Dad, we love you. We're going to miss you.
Reverend Monty Mall, who Sir Frederick has known for more than 4 decades, quoted a message meant for his children, but which is applicable to all Vincentians.
Change, depression, frustration, irrelevant and inappropriate utterances. Always remember that I am always grateful for your support. Unquote. That is the text of the final paragraph
of a document he composed several weeks ago for the guidance of his family as he prepared them for the challenging responsibility of caring for him.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves was among those who paid tribute to Sir Frederick, and Dr. Gonsalves said Sir Frederick served with dignity as Governor General.
Your exemplary personal qualities lifted higher this great office, which is itself imbued with abundant authority and institutional charisma.
Sir Frederick passed away at age 83 years, leaving a great legacy behind. The interment took place at the Kingstown Cemetery.
We therefore commit his body to the ground, dust to dust, ashes to ashes, and earth to earth.
For SVG-TV News, Larissa Pogsley-Kidd.
Early childhood education plays an important role in creating a necessary foundation for future academic success. And with this in mind, Deputy Chief Education Officer Dexton Finley said it is important to get the foundation right. His comment comes as the start of the UNICEF OECS Early Childhood Curriculum Framework Sensitization Workshop, which aims to harmonize early childhood curriculum across the OECS. Currently, there are 11 early childhood education centers across the country, with 3 more expected to be open for the next academic year. These complement centers built and operated by the private sector. Delivering brief remarks at the opening ceremony of the workshop, Finley reminded persons of the importance of early childhood education.
It plays an important part in the development of any education system. And once we get the foundation right, once we can fix the problems early, it makes it easier for transition at the primary level, at the secondary level, and even at the tertiary level. So it's important that we get it right early. We in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have been doing a lot in the area of early childhood education. And we want to thank all those persons over the years who have contributed to our development.
Finley said quality teaching is key to academic success, especially during the early stages, and commended the work being done by the SVG Community College to equip the nation's children.
So the Ministry of Education is happy to have our stakeholders on board this morning: Ministry of Health, Social Development, the St. Vincent and Grenadines Community College, and the college is playing a very important part in preparing our teachers to meet the demands in the classrooms. And we know that our teachers play a very important part in the education system. And with quality teaching, quality leadership, we can get things right at all levels. I want to take this opportunity this morning to welcome you once again and to hope that we have a very successful workshop. Thank you very much.
The workshop sessions are expected to cover national context, the proposed early childhood development curriculum framework, overview of the strands, goals and learning outcomes, implementation of the proposed curriculum framework, and next steps. Antonius Thomas of St. Lucia and Genevieve McMaster, Assistant to Education Officer, Early Childhood at the Ministry of Education and Culture in the British Virgin Islands, are the workshop facilitators. The workshop will conclude tomorrow. Camelo Harry of the Lower Bay Primary School in Beckway was on Tuesday adjudged winner of the 2020 Hoda Education Grade 6 Writing Competition. Second place was awarded to Darano Louis of the Chateaubriand Methodist School, and third place went to Chandel Baptiste of the Kingston Alicant Primary School. The 2020 writing competition was hosted by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the Hoda Publishing Company. Here is a snippet of the top 3 students presenting their winning piece.
For all my life, we always had my birthday parties at home and at restaurants. By now, I am tired of that. I would like something new for my 13th birthday party. Something like a beach party at my favorite beach in Lower Bay. In all, going to the beach in general is awesome. So imagine having a party at the beach. Sounds fun, right? Also, when you're at the beach, the things you could do is endless.
It will be delightful of you guys if you let me have a beach party. Plus, a beach party will be the most luxurious thing that you can ask for. Your feet in the sand, the calm waves along the shoreline. I could only imagine how nice it will be. There will be lots of friends, family, food, and drinks. We will have a blast. If you let me have a beach party, I will feel loved and nicely treated.
Pizzas are loaded with meat and cheese. Firstly, we start by getting your ingredients. You will need 2 cups of flour. Now pour it into a bowl. The size of what you want your pizza will determine the size of your bowl. Then add 1 cup of water to the flour in the bowl.
Education Officer Aldea Gums-Dyer said that the writing competition is a valuable activity which allows the grade 6 students to showcase their writing skills.
Hence, the Ministry of Education mandates that teachers emphasize the writing process in the writing component when instructing students to make sure that they become skilled and effective writers. When this process is followed, students are encouraged to think critically and to delve into their creative juices. They are compelled to organize their thoughts before they express themselves. All these come together to ultimately improve communication skills so that they can articulate opinions and ideas responsibly. And you know how important this is in today's age with the media and everything. And you know we can go on and on with the benefits of teaching writing effectively. Nonetheless, at this time, I want to commend our education officers for their tireless efforts in putting all the structures in place to make sure that this event is as successful as it is.
Representative of Hoda Publishing Company, Byron Wilson, said it was very good to see that most of the finalists of this year's writing competition were from the rural schools and encouraged more school participation in the writing competition, which he said will help the children to develop their writing and communication skills.
I'm waiting for the day when we are going to have full participation. Some 60-something to 70 schools will be participating and will fill the auditorium with their supporters. Because when we do that, we are actually developing the writing skills of our children. This year we have allocated resources aimed at making sure that each student walk away with something. And we have some very attractive prizes in addition to the medals and trophies. This year, we have added another prize, and each of the finalists will receive a free 1-year subscription to our Rising Stars online library. And that is important. I'm hoping that when we check the catalog, there is an opportunity for other persons to get free 30-day trial to the library.
In other news, former leader of the opposition New Democratic Party, the NDP, and parliamentary representative of East Kingston, Arnim Eustace, on the radio today endorsed Fitz Bramble to replace him as the NDP's candidate for the constituency in the upcoming general election. Eustace said he is confident that Bramble will retain the seat for the New Democratic Party and will now await the next step of the party's central committee to have Bramble ratified.
It has been many years to me. I've had 5 general elections already, and I'm into 6 now, and this one I will not contest. But we are working on that to ensure that, in fact, we do have a successful candidate polls, and I think Mr. Bramble will make a successful president for the New Democratic Party, based on what I'm hearing from the public. Yes. You know, that's the situation as I know it. And I'm looking forward for us to make an announcement to our Central Committee very soon. That's the present situation.
Eustace said it is time for a change of government which will better the lives of all Vincentians.
That taking too long to announce or holding up things, all kind of complaints I get, but rest assured, we know what we are doing. The New Democratic Party will form the next government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's time. Now is the time for the New Democratic Party to put its best foot forward. I've already indicated that I will not contest any further elections. I think I've made my contribution already.
Bramble was an ambassador under the NDP administration and is currently a lecturer in Canada. Last year, Eustace announced that he will not be contesting the next general elections due to health reasons. Police investigating a chopping incident in Greg's and a shooting incident in Kingston today. There's another stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
Okay, so check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flow. Get a plan, 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flow terms and conditions apply.
Star Limited is now located on the 3rd floor of the First St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the First St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at Q-Care Pharmacy. Q-Care leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. Q-Care Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. The police are investigating a shooting incident which occurred in the vicinity of the St. Martin's Secondary School today. According to reports, a Cuban nurse married to a Vincentian was shot by a male who left the scene in an SUV shortly after 3 p.m. The woman was rushed to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, where she reportedly died. The circumstances surrounding the shooting are not known at this time. And the police are also investigating an incident in Greg's last evening, which left a young lady with severe chop wounds to the face. The victim was reportedly chopped with a cutlass, sustaining wounds to the forehead, nose, and cheek. Reports are that the wounds are so severe that she may lose sight in the right eye. In a Facebook post, the mother of the alleged assailant condemned the attack, which she said was unwarranted, and wished the victim a speedy recovery. We will bring you more on these incidents in tomorrow's newscast. Another private sector entity has come forward to give support to the Ministry of Health for the refurbishment of the Accident and Emergency Department at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. CEO of Corace Distribution Limited, Jimmy Ford, yesterday handed over a check amounting to 10,000 EC dollars to Minister of Health Luke Brown to assist with the work. Ford said that the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital is the most important institution in SVG and urged citizens and the corporate sector to assist the government with its effort to improve the country's healthcare service.
Distribution is in the food and pharmaceutical business. We're into the business of sustenance and saving lives also. And we are an integral part of the society because, of course, without food, you know, you cannot survive. There's no life without food. With a staff and complement of nearly 200 persons, and of course their families, we are a significant beneficiary of this Milton Cato Memorial Hospital and the A&E department, E&A rather. And therefore we feel it is part of our corporate social responsibility to contribute to the hospital when asked to so do. So when the minister reached out to me and asked for some assistance, I mean the response, as he would tell you, came in less than 30 seconds. It was easy. Because you know, you hear the requests for different things. But we recognize from a corporate standpoint that the government cannot do everything.
Minister of Health Luke Brown welcomes the donation, which he said is part of the private and public sector partnership for the refurbishment of the Accident and Emergency Department at the main hospital, which will make a big difference in saving lives. He noted that this is not the first time that Corace is making a donation to the hospital, noting that the company recently donated $7,000 to the blood bank.
For us, and it's not, as you have heard, the first time that Corace is doing something along these lines. They were there for us in relation to the blood bank not so long ago, and I'm sure that they will be there for us again in the future. You heard that the conversation that I held with the Chief Executive Officer had a situation where we got an affirmative response in less than 30 seconds. You know, it makes me want to have more conversations with him. You know, but this contribution will go a long way towards achieving the objectives that we've set out for ourselves here and contributing to healthcare. This accident.
Minister Brown said that the Accident and Emergency Department is a very important department at the hospital, which see at least 20,000 patients on a yearly basis, and every donation to the department counts.
And contributing to healthcare. This Accident and Emergency Department is a very busy part of the hospital. I've been reviewing the statistics on a daily basis. You have about 60 persons coming here for care and attention. This translates to a monthly situation where on average around 1,700 persons come to the Accident and Emergency Department. So when you extrapolate this information in terms of its annual component, we are dealing with a scenario where the Accident and Emergency caters for in the vicinity of 20,000 Vincentians on a yearly basis. And you could imagine, therefore, that any investment in this part of our hospital will go a long way towards improving access, comfort, and care for patients. In particular, we have some components of a project earmark. We are hoping, for instance, to carry out a complete repainting of this facility and other parts of the hospital as well. We have to do work in terms of seating, we have to do work in terms of security, we have to make sure that the patients, the persons who are in the waiting area are comfortable.
SVG is a country which boasts a wide variety of plant and animal life, which go a long way to help preserve the environment. However, at times human development comes into conflict with the natural environment. And Director of Forestry Fitzgerald Providence said the department is ready to assist where necessary.
In areas where a lot of these animals exist, the housing is moving in and the habitat is sometimes stressed with these animals, and we have what we call human-wildlife conflicts. We want to monitor the populations where they are. We want to work with the established hunters out there to get the information, because these hunters are concerned because they see this as a part of their livelihood. It may be a hobby or it may be something as to provide an alternative food source or income source, and they want the populations to be maintained. They want us to protect the animals so that they can be there to hunt in future times. So we want to continue to work with the hunters, get the information in so that we can look at better studies of the population and distribution of these animals. And this doesn't only apply to the hunted animals, but all wildlife. If there are issues where there may be a conflict between housing areas and wildlife, you can give us a call at the Forestry Services or Forestry Department, and we'll try to assist you in relieving those conflicts that may occur with wildlife species.
That was our local news. TNT government announces 14-day travel restriction from China. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was a local news segment.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs, and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Your home is a long-term investment, including most of its features. So when purchasing windows, ensure to acquire a superior product like Kendra's double-sliding heavy-duty window, optional burglar bars, protective insect screens, rubber-sealed thick glass, stainless steel tracking system and rollers, secure and durable locking system on both panels. Inferior products on the market fail to secure your home effectively. So be on alert for inferior imitation. Key things to avoid are problematic latching locks, a poor tracking system, making daily operation of your windows difficult and sometimes impossible, poorly built insect screens, glued on copycat designs, thin and easy to break glass. Always choose the affordable brand from Kendra's aluminum windows and products, built on a tradition of excellence.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome back. In our news from the region now, we hear that the government of Trinidad and Tobago has agreed to a travel restriction on anyone traveling from China to TNT in light of the spread of the coronavirus. Speaking at a post-cabinet meeting today, Health Minister Terence Dayal Singh said that with immediate effect, once necessary legal provisions are put in place, persons who are presently living in China or visiting China, regardless of nationality, will not be allowed entry into Trinidad and Tobago for 14 days after leaving China.
So for argument's sake, if you left China tomorrow on the 1st, you will not be allowed entry into Trinidad and Tobago until the 14th of February, regardless of nationality. Why 14 days? The incubation period for the coronavirus is currently between 7 to 14 days. So we have gone with the outside limit. That is how you interrupt transmission of the coronavirus. We have precedent for this going back to the Ebola issue in 2014, where Trinidad and Tobago did in fact issue visa restrictions of 5 countries in Africa. So there is ample precedent for this. To effect this travel restriction, we have to do certain legal niceties. The Attorney General is currently doing that. We have to do a legal notice to give effect under the Ministry of National Security for the Chief Immigration Officer to effect this. The other legal notice is that the Ministry of Health, under the Public Health ordinance will now designate coronavirus, to use the language in the Act, as an infectious disease and a dangerous infectious disease, as we did with Ebola in 2014.
The health minister said that 18,588 people have been screened after arriving at Piako International Airport, and no one has so far been found with the virus.
The region. The reason I raise this is to let you know that the system is in fact working. There was a Condor flight originating in Germany which came into Tobago on Tuesday. Because the JRCC is working, we in Trinidad and the focal point in Tobago had advanced knowledge that there was a possibility that there were 150 Chinese aboard that flight. So Tobago was prepared with everything, thermal screening, hospital on standby, and all of that. It turned out that because of all the measures I have given so far, airport screenings, closure of borders, it turned out that the flight did not in fact have the 150 Chinese coming into Tobago. So the system being put in place globally is working, and the joint regional communication community is in fact giving us forewarning about sea and air travel for people. So that is actually working.
In Barbados, the governor of the central bank, Clifton Haynes, said the institution is keeping a close eye on developments surrounding the virus, and he warns that the disease could have a major impact on the island's bread and butter tourism industry.
He's hoping, however, the situation is contained quickly as fears mount and countries begin to cut flights to China.
Because we are a small open economy, we are exposed to several risks, not least of which are health pandemics such as the coronavirus. And therefore, it's something that we have to monitor. At this stage, it's difficult for us to gauge what the full impact. From our perspective, clearly we would hope that it can be contained, because there is that risk that if it spread, that it could hurt, I would say, global tourism. I think only last night I was seeing that some airlines are no longer going to travel to China. So that's part of the global tourism that is being impacted. But clearly if it spreads its net widely, then all markets or several markets could be impacted, not least our own.
Haynes was responding to questions on Wednesday during his first economic review of the economy for the year. He revealed that in the coming weeks, 2 key pieces of legislation governing aspects of the financial services sector are expected to go before Parliament for approval. The central bank governor disclosed that draft legislation for the establishment of a credit bureau was already before the Parliamentary Council, while a new law governing the central bank was being prepared.
The legislation will address issues pertaining to how we interact with government generally. I think that's what we're trying to refine, to make sure that the bank is not sort of held captive to an administration. I think that that's where the autonomy will come. We have to be able to function. The central bank doesn't exist in a vacuum, so we have to be able to function within the society, but we need to be able to provide our advice from time to time to government. The legislation will, I think, address how we hire and dismiss our governors, how we provide financing to the government in situations where there's a shortfall in their financing.
That was all news from the region. Coronavirus declared global health emergency. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
Sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you'll love Super 6 even more, because every time you spend $6 on Super 6, you get a chance to win 6 times your spend instantly. Wow! That's 6 times your spend of $6 on Super 6 for 6 weeks. Now there's more reason to love Super 6. More money, more money, more money.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
The Vallejo Experience. We cater for all of your psychological needs. We promote holistic wellness, balancing the mind, body, and spirit. I am Dr. Giselle Miller, CEO and founder of the Vallejo Experience. Contact us today. We are willing and ready to serve you.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Carrez Distribution Limited.
For over 60 years, we have sought only the best beans grown in the lush hills of the Andean Mountains of Colombia. Cold Cafe. We carefully select only the very best beans and roast them to delicious perfection by our experienced roast masters. Cold Cafe. Cold Cafe treats you to one of the finest coffees in the world, available in classic and decaffeinated. A rich flavor and aroma that can only come from 100% Colombian coffee. Cold Cafe. Indulge yourself in our delicious cappuccinos available in classic mocha and French vanilla. Enjoy them hot to warm your soul or cool to cool you down. Either way, they are incredibly satisfying. So go ahead, enjoy Cold Cafe and treat yourself.
Let's go further afield now. The new coronavirus has been declared a global emergency, but the World Health Organization says the outbreak continues to spread outside China. WHO chief said the main reason for the declaration is not what is happening in China, but what is happening in other countries. The concern is that it could spread to countries with weak health system. The death toll now stands at 170 people in China. The WHO said there had been 98 cases in 18 countries outside of the country, but no deaths. Meanwhile, as we hear in this report, in South Korea, potential coronavirus cases are being examined in temporary facilities.
The National Medical Center in the heart of Seoul, and this is where the South Korean government has decided will be the main hospital for those who have coronavirus or those who are suspected with having the virus. Now, we know there is one patient here already on the 7th floor in this building behind me. You can see many of the medical staff not taking any chances. Just inside there, they have their hazmat suits on. And this is the area where those who think they have symptoms of the virus will come. They want to make sure here that those who are worried that they may have the virus are not going to be mixing in with the rest of the hospital population, because there are still plenty of regular patients here. So this is the main reception area where they will come inside and this is where they will be processed. A little earlier on this Tuesday, President Moon Jae-in came to visit this facility. He wanted to make sure, he said, that everything was up to scratch. He wanted to make sure that enough was being done and the priority was being put on coronavirus. Now, just on Monday, the government raised the alert level to the second highest level that it could be. And what that does, it means that the government takes over the control as opposed to the CDC, and it means there's an emergency task force that is being set up to deal with this as well. As we're filming, we're moved back by medical personnel in hazmat suits as potential patients arrive to be tested. They're given a CT scan in the country's only mobile CT scanner, trying to detect viral pneumonia so potential Wuhan patients can be segregated. A 55-year-old South Korean man was brought in last Friday and has been confirmed with the virus after travelling from Wuhan. Dr. Kim Yong-jae has been treating the patient and says he's stable, but he believes the next week could be critical in stemming the spread of the virus. The virus can mutate very easily, he says, and if we have a super spreader due to the mutation who's infecting more people than usual virus carriers, this is very hard to combat. That is what I'm most concerned about. Now, this hospital is preparing for future patients through these two double doors. There are 7 individual rooms, a bed in each of those rooms. There's negative pressure, we're told, to try and make sure they can contain the virus, and they are all ready. They are waiting for potential patients to come. The government is planning to send 4 charter flights to Wuhan later this week to evacuate up to 700 South Korean citizens from ground zero of the outbreak. They have initially tested negative for the virus, but will stay at a separate facility for 14 days to avoid spreading infection.
After a long, drawn-out fight, the United Kingdom will formally withdraw from the European Union. The UK's Brexit deal with the EU has cleared its last main political hurdle after the European Parliament ratified it with an overwhelming majority on Wednesday. The vote in Brussels paved the way for Britain to leave on Friday at midnight Brussels time, with few immediate consequences for citizens and businesses on either side. As we hear in this report, in a rare moment of unity, members of the European Parliament sang, sobbed and booed as the withdrawal agreement was ratified.
And now I will sign the letter.
This is the moment Brexit became law. In an emotional session in the European Parliament, to the sound of song, the withdrawal bill cleared its final hurdle. Some expressed sadness.
Only in the agony of parting do we look into the depth of love. We will always love you and we will never be far. Long live Europe.
While others were somewhat smug.
What do we want from Europe? If we want trade, friendship, cooperation, reciprocity, we don't need a European Commission. We don't need a European Court. We don't need these institutions and all of this power. And I can promise you, both in UKIP and indeed in the Brexit Party, we love Europe. We just hate the European Union. It's as simple as that.
But all in all, there was relief. The bruising battle had come to an end.
Could I please ask for quiet? Please sit down, resume your seats, put your flags away, you're leaving, and take them with you.
The UK's Union flag won't just be banished from the chamber after this week. All traces of Britain's presence will be discreetly removed after midnight on Friday. And 73 elected members from the UK will lose their seats. Lawmakers like Alexandra Phillips from the Greens, in the job less than a year with barely enough time to decorate her office.
Well, obviously, I'm profoundly sad and pretty devastated that this is ending. I last worked here 12 years ago for a Green MEP then, and it's the dream job in UK politics, if you like. And I'm particularly worried about what might happen later this year in terms of a no deal for people back in the UK.
For the Brexit Party, which has achieved its goal, it's time to go home to hold Westminster to its word. For June Mummery, that means fighting for UK sovereignty over its waters.
Oh, I feel absolutely wonderful. I just can't wait to leave. I've been campaigning a long time for our UK's fishing industry, and once we leave the EU, we can take back full control of our waters and start to rejuvenate coastal communities that have been abandoned in our country for a long time.
After the vote, a leaving reception, complete with a memento. For some, it's a chance to say au revoir, and for others, adieu for good.
Well, that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
Let's go! Turn up the fun!
With Chocolisto and its great flavor, enriched with vitamins and minerals that help you grow.
Chocolisto makes you big and strong.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
The local weather forecast is partly cloudy and hazy, wind east at 6 kilometers per hour, temperature is 26.6 degrees Celsius, relative humidity is 81%. The barometric pressure is 1014.5 millibars, 24-hour rainfall 1.8 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature is 30.5 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature is 22.5 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 6:05 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 6:31 a.m. The forecast, it is partly cloudy to cloudy and hazy with some scattered showers likely during early morning. The synopsis, the Atlantic high pressure system is the dominant feature.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
Bereavement or loss of life in your family could come as a shock. That's why it's important to always focus on the things that made you happy and the memories that you shared. At Memorial Funeral Home, our warm and friendly staff ensures that your experience is a pleasant one. Our sensitive staff is understanding, caring, and all-knowing when it comes to selecting your underground furniture and the things that you need to celebrate life.
Well, I am a furniture manufacturer and I manufacture furniture for all purposes. At this time, I am interested in manufacturing some underground furniture. You can purchase these underground furniture at the Memorial Funeral Home in Mexico.
So call us at 458-8888 or 530-5694 and let's celebrate life.
Welcome to the evening sports. Cricket West Indies President Ricky Scarrett has been appointed to the Melbourne Cricket Club's World Cricket Committee, which meets twice a year to discuss the most important issues in the game and acts as an independent voice in world cricket. Scarrett joins England's all-time leading run scorer Alistair Cook as new member after former West Indies fast bowler and current commentator Ian Bishop and Bangladesh all-rounder Shakib Al Hassan stood down from the committee. Mike Gartin, current MCC president and former England captain, said they have been keen for some time to appoint a new representative from the West Indies, and he's delighted that Scarrett will be joining them. President Scarrett said, every World Cricket on such an important committee. He is delighted to serve on such a World Cricket Committee among such legendary former cricketers. It is both a privilege and an honor. He will do all his best he can to ensure that West Indies-based perspective will always add value to the work of the MCC. CWI President Scarrett also serves World Cricket as a member of the board of International Cricket Council, where he was recently appointed to the Special Working Group on Governance set up to consider future governance structure of the ICC. Novak Djokovic moved a step closer to retaining the Australia Open title with a straight-set semi-final win over injured hit rival Roger Federer. Serb's Djokovic was 4-1 and a 40-love dunked in the opening set before recovering to win the tie break. That laid the platform for the 32-year-old second seed to go on and win 7-6, 7-1, 6-4, 6-3. Djokovic, aiming for a 17th Grand Slam title, will face Dominic Thiem or Alexander Zverev in Sunday's final. The 2020 World Athletics Indoor Championships in Nanjing have been postponed because of fears over the spread of the coronavirus in China. The championships were to be held from the 13th to the 15th of March, but governing body World Athletics pushed them back for 12 months. World Athletics sought advice from the World Health Organization and turned down offers to host from other cities. The coronavirus has killed more than 130 people in China and has spread to 16 countries globally. Around 6,000 people in all have been infected by the virus, for which there is no specific cure or vaccine at this time. The epicenter of the outbreak is the Chinese city of Wuhan, around 370 miles from Nanjing. On Wednesday, the World Health Organization warned the whole world needs to be on the alert. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
Singer is your family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances. TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. Cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions. Secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. In more sporting news now, we hear that Kyrie Irving returned to the court and helped the Brooklyn Nets to victory on Wednesday, while Damian Lillard continued to press his NBA All-Star claims. In his first game since close friend Kobe Bryant's death, point guard Irving posted 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists as the Nets prevailed 125-115 against the Detroit Pistons. Irving, who skipped Brooklyn's last game, fought back tears as Barclays Center paid a pre-game tribute to Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and the other 7 victims of Sunday's helicopter crash. Overlooked for an all-star starting spot, Lillard boasted his hopes of being named among the reserves with a first career triple-double. The 29-year-old tallied 36 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists to take the Portland Trail Blazers to a 125-112 victory over the Houston Rockets, who were led by Russell Westbrook's 39 points and 10 rebounds. SVG's gymnastic team left a big mark in the Manhattan Classic 2020 gymnastics competition. The Manhattan Classic competition took place at Pier 94 in Manhattan, New York, January 24th to the 25th. Team SVG comprised of Ariel Fraser, Shiamaka Jackson, Miracle Doyle, Azaria Lewis, Liana Bailey, Shamara Pereira, Catrell Bailey, head coaches Laprise and Kerry Williams, and several parents. With a total of 3,700 athletes competing, Team SVG gave it their all in each event: beam, floor, uneven bars, and vault, and walked away with the most spirited award. Azaria Lewis earned first place on vault, bars, and beam. First place all-round Samara Pereira won third place on vault, beam, and floor. Fourth place all-rounder Catrell Bailey was adjudged third on beam, third on floor, 7 all-round, and Shiamaka Jackson earned third on beam, 5th on floor, 7th all-round. Liana Bailey got 6th place vault, 3rd place beamed, and 5th place floored. 8th and all-round Miracle Doyle placed 7th on floor. The team is now in preparation for the Dolphin Gymnastics and Health Academy flagship event, Coconut Classic, a gymnastic competition which will take place on February 21st to the 22nd. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay with us.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grounds 453-2089.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6 even more. With more money to the jackpot galore.
Win more, have more fun.
With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one.
With the new and improved Super 6 team, the jackpot keeps growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
And now for a second look at the headlines. SVG's former Governor General leaves behind a special message for all Vincentians. TNT government announces 14-day travel restriction from China. Coronavirus declared global health emergency. And in sports, CWI President Ricky Scarrett appointed to MCC World Cricket Committee. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Rochelle Batiste. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
Would you like to satisfy all your hardware and household needs in one store? Then come to True Value. We offer ample parking and friendly staff to make shopping easy, enjoyable, and convenient. Come to True Value for all your household curtains, bed sheets, pillows, bath and kitchen towels, throw pillows, housewares, and kitchen supplies. True Value caters to your hardware, electrical, plumbing, and automotive needs, and a wide range of tools. Come and check our toys, stationery, and paints. While you're there, pick up your lawn and garden supplies and patio furniture. You can even have your extra keys cut while you shop in air-conditioned comfort. Our prices at True Value are competitive. True Value, so much more than just a hardware store.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
Okay, so check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up. Just switch to Flow. Get a plan. 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flow, win a bag of money. Cash out. Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flow terms and conditions apply.